Why and when did Americans stop eating the nasty shit? And how do certain food items become known by most Americans as nasty? Food that's eaten throughout the world, such as pig uterus, and pig ears, and chicken feet, and ram testicles. Food that Americans once ate. I'm going to tell you a story about American cuisine and how it's been shaped by political intrigue, economic brinksmanship, and our social anxieties. And I hope this story will inspire you to try more of the nasty shit. Let's start with the colonial period. So white people moved to the New World, and at first they're starving. They're so fucking hungry, they're willing to eat anything, including each other. 18th century, trade routes are established within the British Empire, so now people have options. And Americans, especially in the North, are favoring British Old World cuisine over indigenous ingredients. So they're importing like rum from the British Caribbean or tea from Britain. Well, the Brits started taxing the rum and the tea, and they soon learned that when you fuck with people's alcohol and caffeine supply, there's going to be a revolution. Revolutionaries, of course, they boycotted British goods, and instead of rum, they started drinking whiskey, and instead of tea, they started drinking coffee, which is why you drink coffee. Independence achieved, so now the US can trade outside of the British Empire, so American cooks have a greater access to wider range of ingredients. The US is also expanding westward, so they need more white people, to populate newly conquered lands. And there's so much land that they're bringing in white people they don't really like Irish Catholics and Italians and Slavs and Eastern European Jews. And they're bringing with them all sorts of culinary traditions and ingredients from the New World. So by 1924, Americans are eating all sorts of nasty shit, weird shit, redneck food, European peasant food, and soul food. It's all there. That's what Americans are eating. And the American diet reflects the diverse population and its vast lands. 1924 also marks, in an effort to whiten or to assimilate the undesirable whites, the end of liberal immigration policies and the beginning of the modern kitchen. So refrigeration considerably reduces prestige items such as beef, so that Americans are trading horse meat, liver, and gizzards for hamburgers and steak. It's also when the American government started getting involved in telling Americans what to eat, how to cook, and what not to eat. So that by 1980, Americans are trying to eat like the Jetsons would. They're eating Tang and white bread and margarine and made with shit that I cannot pronounce, okay? And, and the American palate has been narrowed so much so that they can't enjoy anything much more than hamburgers and pizza and hot dogs. American cuisine had become a disaster. The Japanese, not Julia Child, saved American cuisine. In the 1980s, the Japanese are on a roll, right? So they come to America to do business, and they bring their chefs with them. And the Americans eating with them are trying food they never had before, like chicken gizzards and beef tongue and, oh my God, raw fish, which was a big fucking deal back then, right? Nobody ate raw fish. You were told to never eat raw fish, and then they were doing it. And for some, that was an exhilarating experience. Emboldened by trying nasty shit, a new type of foodie emerged. And trying nasty shit became a legitimate hobby that was now fueled by the Food Network, okay? Where chefs were introducing Americans to all sorts of weird new ingredients from across the nation, around the world, and from the past. And now Americans have developed a new palate, and they're eating new foods like never before. And the new American chef wants to show the world that there's more to American food than just McDonald's and KFC. The point is, eating well has less to do with what we eat and more to do with how we explore what's possible to eat. And perhaps the best way to build a vibrant and spirited cuisine is to expand and challenge rather than accept and limit our palates and imagination. Thank you very much, and if you want to know more about us, go to foodiap.com, foodiap.com. There's the original article. Thank you.